Hello, gang. Kevin here. But y'all know that. Tonight's cigar and whiskey talk. Say Rocky Patel, 15th anniversary. I don't know anything about the cigar. Just happened to see him at the cigar shop earlier. And yes, I'm committing sacrilege by taking my bands off. And a little Bushmills Black Bush. Bushmills Black Bush. Gonna make a mess here if I'm not careful. Oh, man. I had a message a couple of days ago from a friend asking me about what I knew about specifically Illinois assault weapons ban and what the NRA had been doing in Illinois uh, to prevent that from happening. And first of all, I'm an NRA recruiter, which basically means I've got a link to NRA. If someone joins NRA using my link, I get like $5. As far as I can tell, I have never, ever had anybody recruit through my link. But that's in the description if you really want to. The gist of what my friend sent me was basically, what's the NRA doing? Because as far as I can tell, they're not doing it. They're not doing much. You won't know what the NRA is doing in Illinois because the NRA is never going to get any press in Illinois until there's a shooting that they had nothing to do with. Then they're going to get all kinds of press. Here's the facts. Illinois, how did they get that? How did they get that through there? Because Illinois is a predominantly liberal-controlled, Democrat-controlled state. It's a fact. 6 of the 6 executive offices, elected executive offices in Illinois, are all Democrat-controlled. Both of their senators are Democrats. I think about 3/4 of their members of the House of Representatives are Democrat. Their General Assembly is majority Democrat, and by a long majority. I think it's 78 out of 118 or something like that. It's a Democrat state. They're going to be able to push through just about any gun control legislation they want. But just like their previous gun control legislation, it's going to get passed. It's going to get signed into law. In fact, some of it's already signed into law, and then it's going to go to the Supreme Court. A lot of folks don't like the NRA, but the fact is the NRA is the biggest organization or the biggest gun advocacy organization that there is. So you're not going to see what they do unless you actually volunteer to help or become a member and sign up for the Legislative Institute magazine instead of just like the hunting magazine or the gun magazine. You're never going to see what they're doing unless you actually go actively look for it. But what they do in states like this is they do the normal phone bank thing, and they do lobbying of members of of legislators, and lobbying of governors and lieutenant governors and members of the Senate and members of the House. They do all those kind of things, but you're never going to see it unless you actually go looking for it or you're signed up to see it. And the fact is over the last few years in states like Illinois, NRA membership and donations are down because of the bad rap that they get in the press. And those are just the facts of life. Illinois is a mostly Democrat state. Those are the facts of life over there. That legislation is probably always going to be passed, especially when you're dealing with majorities like 3/4, 75% to 25% kind of things. You can look it up yourself if you pull up. Let's see, how did I pull it up? I think it was Illinois legislature makeup, but they don't actually have a legislature. They've got a general assembly, which is the same thing. And then you can get in there and figure out exactly what the makeup of it is. And but no surprise, it's mostly Democrat in Illinois. So the last big controversial gun control legislation they had was a couple of years ago, and they got defeated in the Supreme Court. So that's what they're looking at over there. You're never going to see those kind of things unless you actually go looking for them, because in a state like Illinois, NRA is not going to be on the headlines of, hey, the NRA is running a phone bank this week if you want to volunteer, or those kind of things. Now they do all those things. But unless you get involved, you're never going to see that stuff. And I'm not nearly as involved as I used to be. I'm not an NRA rep. I'm an NRA recruiter and NRA life member. But I'm in Indiana. So my odds are much better on seeing what's going on over here than places like Illinois are, and seeing what's going on. So that's where that's where we're going. Yeah, the legislation got passed. No surprise that it got passed in Illinois. No surprise. And that just goes back to, as long as you keep people like that in office, that's exactly what's going to happen, no matter what anybody wants. I've been asked to start rating the things that I smoke and that I drink on these talks. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. My rating system is yes or no. So I haven't really established any kind of a baseline, so it would be hard to do the 1 to 10 kind of thing. So basically, my rating system is going to be like it or don't like it, would do it again or would not do it again. This Rocky Patel 15th anniversary, so far it's pretty mild. But the thing about a lot of cigars is, once I get down into here, it's going to smoke different than it does up here. So, right now, it's a good mild cigar. Got a little bit of bitter aftertaste to it, not much. If it doesn't get worse, I would smoke one again. But it would not be my first choice of a cigar. Probably the Alec Bradley Black Market series, and probably some of the Deadwood cigars, like the Leather Rose and the Crazy Alice and the Sweet Jane. If I had to make a choice between those and this, I would take those first. but I would smoke this again, so it's a good cigar. And the Bushmills Black Bush, I like Bushmills. It's not my first choice as a whiskey. But as that goes, I like it, and I would do it again. I like it, and I would do it again. Is that a good enough rating for y'all? If not, put in the comments. If you would like something else, put it in the comments. If you like the rating system, put it in the comments. Just comment away. Have a good time. And I was told by a YouTube guru that in every video I should ask you to like, view, and subscribe. So like, view, and subscribe. Have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.